Welcome to the Chard Review Chanel.
In today's video, we will be going through the 2020 horror mystery movie Meander. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. Lisa is literally lying in the middle of an empty road, preparing to die. However, when a car approaches her, she changes her mind and gets up. A car is hard to come by in such a remote area, and luckily, the driver, Adam, offers her a ride. Lisa accepts his ride, and they begin chit-chat with one another. This day is the birthday of Lisa's daughter Nina, who would have turned 9 if she was still alive. Reminded of her late daughter, Lisa plunges into a deep grief. A radio report comes on in the truck describing a serial killer who has a cross tattooed on his right hand, and then Adam turns off the radio with his right hand, which bears a tattooed cross on it. A streak of bright light flashes before their eyes, and Adam brakes the car sharply. Lisa wakes up at a steel enclosure wearing a clingy catsuit and a bulky bracelet with a bright time readout on it. She rubs her glowing bracelet against the wall and gets only a few cracks. After screaming and squirming do not appear to reveal any means of assistance, a circular door suddenly opens. Wondering what is ahead, Lisa squeezes herself into the tunnel and the door is closed. At the same time, her bracelet starts to count down 11 minutes. Lisa has no idea what it means, but she decides to evade through the tunnel. When she crawls forward, she often hears some weird sounds. In the middle of the journey, the opening in another direction is also shut. Lisa has no choice but to choose another narrower path, which she needs to slant her body through, and then she sees 2 tunnels and chooses the upper one. This particular tunnel is colorful, and sometimes its bottom pushes up to make the passage even narrower. Lisa has to keep her body as low as possible to pass through before being crushed to a pulp. She sprints forward and makes it to the next level exhausted and almost broken down. Lisa takes a short break and resumes crawling. Ahead of her is a grotty corpse with a foul smell. Lisa remains absolutely calm and gathers all her strength to put the corpse aside, and then her way is blocked by a metal barricade with 3 holes. As Lisa figures out the barrier, her bracelet suddenly turns red, and an alarm rings off. Moments later, a number of flaming tubes stretch out from the wall. Lost in what to do, Lisa is amazed when a side panel opens, revealing a small, starkly sterile white space just big enough for her. Snatching a chance at temporary safety, she clambers into it. A glass door slamming down just as she nestles into place. Just then, she's petrified to see fire engulfs the very corridor where she had just been. Once it passes, Lisa is effectively pushed back out into that tunnel. A piece of metal plank falls at her, but suspends itself right above her head. Having gone through thin and thick, Lisa bursts into tears. Now her bracelet is reset another 11 minutes countdown. So Lisa wriggles like a worm inside the narrow tunnel and discovers a pool of water to quench her thirst, and then she dives into the water and swims across the pool until she reaches an opening, which leads her to a bigger open space at the new location. A torrent of water rushes down to fill up the space, and a corpse is washed down. Lisa has to navigate her way through the dirty and smelly water. The next section is a winding pipe she has to nudge along on her elbow. Just as she wants to give up, she hears a voice calling her. Knowing that she is not struggling alone, Lisa creeps forward excitedly in the tunnel, which has been straight, opened left and right, revealing a green liquid underground. Lisa pulls a piece of cloth off her hand and put it in the liquid, and it corrodes instantly. It turns out to be an acid pit, which easily turns a man into water. Lisa moves forward cautiously, pressing on the wall with her left and right. Just before reaching the finish line, her knee accidentally falls into the pool, tearing the skin off of her knee. A man's voice from a distance always sounds at the critical moment and tells her to hurry to him. Lisa follows the sound down the round hole to the familiar 3-hole iron fence across from her. A man is also blocked by another 3-hole iron fence. Lisa tries to encourage him, but the poor guy is on the verge of breaking down. Right now, Lisa's bracelet turns red and makes noises again. The previous experience reminds her that flame tubes are coming, as expected. The refuge is open up for her to flee in. Once the fence is lifted, Lisa and the man quickly crawl into the opening. Since the space is not big enough for 2, Lisa has to compete against the man. The competitor pulls Lisa towards him, and Lisa kicks his smelly ass away. At last, the man is left outside, and his arm is cut through by the glass panel. Lisa approaches the man and identifies him as Adam through his tattoo. When the time is up, flames from the pipe burst out, killing the man. Lisa faints in shock and awakens in a blue and white closure where a slimy liquid is pouring down from the ceiling, and then a skull-looking robot comes to heal the wound on her leg. Robot connects a pipe to the hole on Lisa's catsuit, delivering some sort of nutrients to her. Flashed by a streak of bright light, Lisa recalls her fight with the driver Adam in his car. Back to reality, Lisa realizes that Robot saves her. Moving on, she finds some markings on Adam's broken arm beneath the device. Before Lisa could interpret them, the meat mincer is moving fast towards her. Immediately, the broken arm is swallowed by the mincer, sending a shiver down Lisa's spine. She shifts backwards and climbs upwards to escape the mincer's hunt. Ahead of her, it's another long, dark, and narrow tunnel. When Lisa thinks the current situation is manageable, a zombie shows up out of nowhere. Terrified, Lisa looks at the zombie behind her back, holding her breath. The zombie attacks Lisa, but she escapes the zombie by entering another tunnel. Two entrances lay before her, one on her left, the other on her right. Lisa knows that only when she chooses the correct entrance she can survive at this time. She remembers the symbols on Adam's broken arm, but nothing like that is found on her bracelet. She makes a close comparison of the two tubes and does not see any difference between them. At last, Lisa has chosen the left one, and she hears her daughter's voice. Crawling on with excitement, Lisa arrives at a white glass room. Trapped within this space are her past memories. It is an amazing experience to see her daughter after losing her. As the past replays, she gets to know how she dies. It turns out that her daughter fell off the window. Lisa cannot help but blame herself for not taking good care of her daughter. When she is deep in her grief, the zombie is moving quickly. As soon as Lisa enters a tube, the zombie holds on to her tightly, though Lisa manages to get rid of its grip. The zombie continues chasing her, and then Lisa comes to a tunnel which is full of thorns. At the end of the tunnel is the blue sky. Since victory is close at hand, Lisa cannot afford to give up now. Her bracelet goes red again, implying another round of fire blast is underway. Lisa does not hesitate to go through the thorns despite the tremendous pain. In the meantime, the zombie sneaks into the safe space. Lisa finally passes through the thorns, and the blue sky is within reach, but she has no strength to carry forward. As another 11 minutes are up, flames sweep the whole tunnel, but Lisa falls into darkness through a slot under her. Through the light of her bracelet, Lisa spots the cracks on the wall and realizes she has come back to her starting point. Knowing that all her efforts are futile, Lisa lies in despair and rejects Robot's treatment. Robot seems to understand that Lisa wants to die, so it reaches out to Lisa with a poisonous spike. But Lisa stops it because she suddenly interprets the symbols on Adam's broken arm. Lisa supposes that another set of symbols must exist on her wrist beneath the bracelet. Those symbols are the key to getting through the tunnel. Lisa hints Robot to boost her energy. However, before she gets Robot to remove her bracelet, the tunnel is opened again. Her strong desire to survive makes her fearless of the obstacles and difficulties ahead. Relying on her previous experience, she goes through the journey with a lot of ease. She hides in the white space when fire comes and swims across the pool much faster. At the acidic pit, she removes her bracelet to obtain the markings engraved on her. It is 2 crosses and a diamond, which shows her the way to the next level of the game. Overcoming hurdles, Lisa reaches a point where she needs to choose either to go left or right. According to the clue, she should choose the right and then turns left at the next crossing. In the middle of her journey, the zombie pops up, and Lisa successfully evades him, and then she comes to a tunnel with gravity on all sides, where she has no control over how she moves. She can only move forward inch by inch as she falls. Lisa manages to finish the tunnel earlier than the zombie at this moment. Her bracelet beams out purple light. In order to distract the zombie, she throws the bracelet into a tunnel and enters another. However, the silence reminds her that she has chosen the wrong pipe, so she detours soon after. Lisa walks into what looks like an internal organ. She rips open the membrane and goes in, and tries to touch it with her hand. Unexpectedly, a large hand appears and scares her shit off. Stepping back, Lisa sees many shadows of monsters on the membrane, and then a face draws near to Lisa, snuggling with her. Tearing off another membrane, Lisa finds her bracelet. Just when she reaches out to pick it up, the bracelet turns red and alarm sounds. Lisa climbs back quickly, kicks off the zombie who grabs her leg, and ducks into the safe space, relieved. She makes fun of the zombie and watches it scream with rage. She plans to take a break, waiting for the fire to wipe out the zombie. Unexpectedly, the flame tubes do not work, and the glass baffle suddenly opens. The zombie attempts to bite Lisa, and Lisa ravages him until he bleeds to death. After clearing the zombie, Lisa moves to another level. Just as she is about to follow the cue, a bouncing ball catches her attention. It is her daughter Nina's toy. As Lisa wonders how the toy appears in such a place, Nina walks slowly up to her. Lisa is moved to tears by her return and can see nothing else except Nina. The joy of reunion aside, Lisa knows it is only her hallucination, and time is running out. Lisa comes to the painful realization that she can't get stuck in the past. She has to move on, so she bids farewell to Nina and turns into the right tunnel, which features the bright blue sky at the end of it. The hurdle at the last tunnel is 3 blades falling at faster intervals. She remembers Nina telling her to ignore the time or she won't be able to focus on the task. So she puts the bracelet aside and observes the blade's movement. She soon finds the first blade drops every 4 seconds, the second blade every 3 seconds. Lisa makes it one by one, and she finally comes to the last blade of 2 seconds. Though impossible, Lisa still gives it a try, badly injuring her leg. Despite that, Lisa crawls to the exit, only to realize that it's just a monitor with a video of the sky. She is thrown into confusion and torment, not sure what to do next. Burnt out, she lay on the ground, waiting to die. A bright light appears, and Lisa is set floating in the air. She wakes up in a world of freedom and beauty, with her wounds fully recovered. While Lisa is mesmerized by the breathtaking scenery, her daughter appears. Lisa asks Nina if she has died. Nina replies that her body has died many times, but now she is okay, and she tells Lisa to live, which indicates they might live in a virtual world created and experimented with by aliens.
Thank you for watching. Please click like, share, and subscribe to get more movie review.